Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about remembering God's goodness. Joshua 3:14 and 4 through 7. It's easy to recall God's goodness when we're receiving it. But just when life gets back to normal, forget all that He did on our behalf. Today's verses offer a good example for us. God had brought the Israelites through the Red Sea. Now, He miraculously provided another dry path by pilling the waters of the Jordan. The Lord knew that the people were about to enter Jericho, and by His power, they would overcome the city. How compassionate to encourage them with a tangible illustration of His strength prior to battle. But God also knew how easily they had forgotten Him. We do the same today. When the Lord works in obvious ways, it is easy to trust Him. But as time goes on, we drift until we are reminded that we need Him again. So, in His love, the Father had a plan to help them recall the miracle at the river. He asked them to create an altar of 12 stones, representing each tribe that passed safely through the waters. How can you create reminders of God's faithfulness? Some people journal, others write words on sticky notes and leave them in notable places. Whatever you do, make sure you have a way to remember that the Lord's involved in your life. Psalm 103:2. Whenever I first got out of the situation that I was in, there was a verse that struck me, and whenever I found verses that spoke to me, I would write them on 3x5 cards, and I had them I had a punch card, and it was like a ring, and I put those old they were like stickers so the card wouldn't rip. And I'd put them on that ring, and I'd carry them with me. If it was really a verse that I wanted to memorize, and I have a terrible memorizing memory. I don't know how else to say it. But I would put that scripture on the fridge, on my bathroom mirror, in my car. But there was a scripture. It was Jeremiah 29:11 through 13. And it was God has a plan for you, a plan with a purpose and an expected end. And at that time, it was like, wait a minute. God has a plan for me with a purpose and an expected end. A plan for me with an expected end. Now, at that time, it was like, I can't explain the situation, but I felt like there was no end to my situation. And it was like one thing after another, after another, after another. And it was like, okay, if I am a child of God, and He has me in His grasp, He has a specific plan for me alone, me, Sherry, with an expected end. That means each one of us that are God's children, He has a plan for us. So here we are in our little lives, and we're going through whatever trial we're going through, and we can't see an end in sight. We can't. We're looking out there thinking, God, when is this going to end? Or one more thing is going to happen. And God's going, I got ya. I have a plan. This is all going to work out. And there is an end. An expected end. And everything that you're going through. Every joy, every sorrow, every trial, every heartbreak, everything is because of what I have planned for you. You can't see it, my child. But it's all for your good. Trust me. If I could say one thing to you, no matter what you're going through, God has a plan for you. And there are going to be times of great joy, and there are going to be times of great sorrow. But all I can say is, He's right there with you. And we're not meant on this earth to be happy all the time. I just watched a video where, and it was some really rich princess from another country. And people are so enamored with money and power. And remember, when Jesus came here, He wasn't born into a great kingdom. He was born into a poor family. He was born in a barn. And Jesus, whenever He went out on His mission to save the world, He didn't even have a home. He had one pair of shoes, one robe, and no place to stay. So the riches that we have are in the Bible. And we have to hang on to His word. Because our riches are in heaven. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow.